What is going on, guys? It is me, Box12 here, with my first guide video for Rumble the Mad God, and I thought that we would start off with an original, the Archer. I don't think there is anybody that can say that this class is bad or neglected. It is a household favorite of the ROTMG community. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to use him, what he's good for, and basically why he's so awesome, and why everybody loves him so much. So first, I guess we'll have to start off with his gear. I'm not going to waste too much time here explaining the gear, more so as I am going to say what it does for the Archer. The bow, 2 shots if you're using Coral. If you're using like Covert or something below that, you have 3 shots. The only problem with that is that they do less damage with each shot. However, if you can get all 3 shots in, you can do more than a Coral bow. If you're maxed attack and dex, of course. The only thing about that is that it's hard to get all 3 shots in, so most people prefer Coral Bow. Of course, if you can't get one, take a 3-bow shot. It's fine. Quiver. Any quiver will do as long as it paralyzes. That is why the quiver is so good. It's not about getting your damage in with the quiver, even though I do that all the time. I love getting my damage in with the quiver. It's just a bonus. I mean, it's really nothing special, but because it paralyzes, that's why it's great. It's just an added bonus. The damage and the paralyze combined, genius. Armor. Protect your character. Simple as that. Any armor will do, tier 10 and above. It gives you dex and def, and that is most important to an archer. Dex and attack. And def, of course, is important to every class because it protects you, yada yada yada. Rings. Any ring will do, except the Exa rings, besides Exa MP and def, or HP and def. You want to go towards the UT rings, which I understand are hard to get because if you're a new player, you don't know exactly where they drop from. Experimental ring drops from a Mad Lab, both bosses. Pyramid ring, Sphinx ring, and Nile ring drop from the bosses from a Tomb of the Ancients, which you shouldn't be doing if you're a new player or if you're unmaxed. However, UT trading is coming back next week, so if you were going to buy an untiered ring, I would go towards one such as Pyramid. Of course, it's most expensive because it gives you 100 HP, 4 attack, 4 def, but hey, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. If you want to go for a cheaper ring, I would go for an Expo, because it gives you 60 HP and MP, so you can shoot in that quiver a little bit more. It still gives you the 4 def instead of attack, it's just fit. So you can replenish your HP a little bit better. Not entirely noticeable, but you still do notice it, so that's why it's good. But enough about the gear. Let's get to how to maneuver this Archer. There's a reason that he has 7 range. He's a ranged class. You have to keep your distance from every single enemy. You don't rush in, you don't rush anything. The only thing you should be rushing is Sprite Worlds, UDLs, and Wine Cellars. If you're maxed, of course. Every single stat is important to the class. Attack maxes at 75. It's hard, but it's worth it in the end. Dexterity only maxes at 50, but you get a bonus from your quiver and your armor, which is really amazing, because then you end up with me having about 60, but if you're a new player, you'll probably have about like 55, 56-ish, around there, which is still really good, because the more dex, the faster you shoot, the more you can get your damage in. Speed, and Vit, and Wiz, and Def are just generic for the Archer. Nothing special about him in that way. Still good, but the attack dex is what is known about the Archer. So there's really no secret to keeping your Archer alive besides don't get too close to the enemy. If you're rushing a Wine Cellar or Oryx's Castle, stay with the group. Obviously, if your group is terrible, you can move on ahead, but if you see a brute in the next room, just break a little hole through the, not the gates, but, you know, the barriers, so that way you can just paralyze him and just shoot him. Like, see here, I'm biding my time, not doing anything too crazy. I'm waiting for that stun, and then I just paralyze him, so that way it's easier for the knights to get the stun in. Some people don't think that he's a support class. I don't either, but sometimes he can be. You can really help him with the paralyze. Also, but of course, his paralyze can also be really bad. Like in tombs, paralyzing is not good. If you want to do a clean tomb, it's terrible. That's the only time whenever his paralyze really doesn't come in handy. Other than that, it's an amazing class. Q and E off center all the way. Keep your distance, learn how to maneuver, and just be aware. Awareness and distance. 2 keywords right there. Just maneuver yourself. He's a ranged class. Get around the enemy. And that's about it. Thank you for watching, guys. Check out the next episode whenever I post it, which will probably be soon. And if you like this video, I will do another guide. Probably going to do another one anyway, because it's pretty fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.